There's a reason nobody walks down Pine Street after dark. You hear the stories growing up in Cold Hollow, and after a while they're just part of the air you breathe. Ghost girls in creeks, shadows in the school hallways. But the man in the window? That one's different, that one sticks. So let me tell you why. It's this old house, number 47, sitting crooked on its foundation, lights always on but nobody ever home. Every kid in town's dared to get close, but there are rules. Don't look up at the second floor, and above all, never wave at the man in the window. He only shows up after the sun drops, tall and thin, like someone stretched him out just a little too far. Skin pulled tight across his bones, smile like he knows something you don't. And if you meet his gaze, well, that's how it starts. Chris thought it was all a joke. 17, too old for fairy tales, too young to know better. His friends egged him on, so just past midnight he pushed open that squealing old gate, crunching over dead grass, and looked up. There he was. Just like they said, the man in the window. Chris laughed, nerves cracking his voice. Nice try, guys. He lifted his hand and waved just to prove it was nothing. The man waved back. That's when Chris realized this wasn't a prank. The man's arm dropped, then rose again, pointing, not at him but behind. Chris spun around. Nothing there. He looked back. The window, empty, but open. And behind him, breathing. Wet, ragged, like someone drowning on dry land. Chris ran. He made it home, locked every door, hid beneath his covers. But that night and every night after, he heard footsteps in his room, always at 12:13 a.m., always just out of sight. Then came the dreams. Standing in someone else's skin, watching himself sleep, waking up outside, barefoot, cold, never sure how he'd gotten there. One morning, Chris was simply gone. No struggle, no footprints, just a whiff of mildew. Now, if you drive by 47 Pine Street, you might see a figure in the window. Hoodie same as Chris. Only, it's not him. Not anymore. So if you're ever in Cold Hollow, do yourself a favor. Don't look up at that window. And if you do, don't wave.